What's up guys, this is Void of Dust Gaming, your channel for fresh Arena of Valor content, and today I've got a video from some champion who doesn't get too much love on this channel. We are talking about Alice, as you might already have grasped from the thumbnail. The thing is, I don't really see that much of Alice's, and there are far better supports right now. Wonder Woman, we've got Omega, we've got Zip, and all sorts of these crazy superheroes. But I wanted to introduce Alice again because I told myself that I want to show you some basic builds for champions, and we are starting in the alphabet, of course, with A, and here is my Alice game for today. Let's check out the equipment stuff that I'm using. As you can see, I'm going with the tank rune here, the tank support item, rather than the mage item, and the rest of it is basically the stuff that you want to see on supports. We've got Frosty's Revenge, we've got the Shield of the Lost, we've got Medallion of Troy, and a really nice Blade of Eternity to get us back into the game after we have soaked up the damage that was supposed to be in the face of our AD carry. And of course, because we are going to be in the midst of the fights, I'm taking the Gilded Greaves here. So this is the standard layout. Arcana wise, I'm going with my mage tank build because I want to have as much HP as possible, with still doing a little bit of ability power, and that comes from 10 times Violate level 3, 10 times Benevolence, and 10 times Valence. This is for the purpose of getting more HP. As you have seen, I'm getting more than 800 HP by using this build. And enchantment wise, I decided to go with the Forest Wanderer to get this little extra CC from the auto attacks that she's going to afflict on the enemies. We are taking the regrowth here for the shielding capability. The shield has been buffed a little bit in one of the latest updates. River Treader is here, we've got Enhanced Restore, and we've got Devour here, which is basically boosting our usability and the sustainability that we do get while we are in the fight. So I think this is well rounded, and you're going to see the game pretty soon. So if you like this kind of content and you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, this is the perfect opportunity to put the finger on the subscribe button. Just put on the notification bell as well, so you are not going to miss any of my videos, because sometimes the day and the time varies a little bit. I'm trying to be consistent on that, but in this case it might just be something that I can't manage. But usually you should have a video every other day, and likes and comments are always highly appreciated. And that is it. Let's go into the game without any further ado. Let's go. Alright guys, as you can see, the video is actually quite short. That means that we are going to go quite quickly through this kind of battle, and I think that's a good point, because sometimes I do have quite long videos on the channel, so therefore we want to make it quick and dirty, and I think that is one of the games that is going to apply like that. Alice is a true support champion. There's not really much about it. I know that there are stuff like AD carry jungle builds and stuff like that existing on YouTube, but usually you want to play Alice as a support because her kit fits that role pretty well. You've got a nice crowd control effect with her as 1. You've got a shield and a movement buff with her as 2. And you got a full denial ult on her as 3, which is her ultimate. So things are going really, really nice. I'm super slow right now. That comes from all the Deochan effects, but we're going to make it work in an instance, because we're going to hit Valheim quite a lot with our S1, which is going to stun the enemy for a short duration of time. We are up against Deochan and Valheim on the bottom lane. We've got Iggy in the middle, who is a really strong character right now in the game. We've got Butterfly, who is a super good jungler at the moment. And we have Errol, who is still pretty viable even after all the nerfs that he received, not having Iron Body anymore when he is about to just use his ult. But I don't think that he has just received too much harm, so he's still playable. And as you guys might know from my videos, I love Errol to the maximum. My most favorite hero of all times will still be Arduin, but I love Errol as well, because the combination of true raw damage and all these sorts of things with the claw and stuff like that makes him actually really nice to play. So I'm with Violet. So this is kind of like a really old standard duo composition. Violet has been one of the earliest champions that have been released to Arena of Valor, as Alice has been released as well. With just getting some tower shots in here because I hit him. But as you can see, we're doing good pressure here. And the combination of getting him into the stun, enabling Violet to re-roll or to roll into her first ability is actually really, really solid. I'm a little bit low right now in terms of my health, but the game is going pretty much in our favor. As you can see, 2 minutes played, and we are the team that has been scoring 2 hits. And here we go. This is the first kill for our lane, as we have just finished this Valheim here. Pretty easy, and I always wonder how well Alice works, to be fair. Like, the kit is actually pretty nice. Like, you've got decent support in terms of actually doing something to the enemies, like slowing them down, and on the other hand, you've got this little nice shield buff, which is actually really potent, especially in team fights, when you can not only get one hero into it, like your dual lane partner, but also the rest of the team, making them faster, giving them a little shield. And I'm glad that they buffed it a little bit, and this is the reason why we are looking today at this kind of video, because the buff has been really good. So we're using ultimate here because it just means that the enemies can't do anything but use auto attacks here, and that's really, really strong. Unfortunately, we are pulled off here by the Greg Diochan and Valheim combination, and both of us going down. I thought that this fight would have been a little bit easier, and we would have had at least a kill or maybe 2, but things are not going always the way you want them to, and Iggy is just getting the rest of the enemy with all his mighty powers. Iggy's just such a strong hero. I played a 5AQ today, and both Iggy's in both teams were the strongest by far at the beginning and the middle of the game. I'm not really sure about the outcome in the end, but Iggy is really, really solid. So if you haven't checked out Iggy yet, I can just advise you to check out one of my videos. It was insane. Like, I'm not really the best player in the game, but playing Iggy was just so easy. And I think the video is called "Is Iggy Too Easy?" And I think that might just be the case, because this hero is just crazily good. Use my ult here, so there's no way of him getting out of this, and that means that we have just scored double the kills than the enemy team has. And I don't know why Diochan is not getting too much love right now in the game. She's not seen that often, at least in the Platinum Diamond section, where I find myself in most of the times. Like, I wouldn't play her in a rank, because basically what the problem with Alice is, she is always a good hero if your team is on the lead. So if your team is doing great, she's basically making it better. And if your team is doing just crap stuff, she is not really getting that power into execution, and therefore she's not really helping the team out. There are better heroes to play with support if you are just losing the game in terms of death and kills. So maybe that's the case why Alice is not picked that often, but it doesn't matter, because in this case she worked out really well. We've got another ultimate in here, really nice positioned, and I just do get myself a kill here as a reward for this action. And now we are leading by 9 kills versus 3, and we are pretty much dominating the game right now in terms of what we are able to do, getting some towers. We've got Tachi in here, so if everyone is interested in Tachi, there's another video on this channel dealing with Tachi. And this is the moment where I just realized, okay, Abyssal Dragon soloing as Alice is not really going to be beneficial, but now Violet joins the fight, and we are able to get that Abyssal Dragon without any complaints and without any complications. That's the important thing. The enemy is not really into it because they have other things to do right now. 7 minutes played, so the game is about to be over. and I've got a feeling why the game is going to end pretty soonish, but I think we have a decent impact on the game. Of course, as a supporter, we have not carried it, but all in all, 1 kill, 1 death, 3 assists. Could have been a little bit more, but as I've seen, Errol has done a lot on the top lane. Therefore, we were not able to do anything for him or against them. Onslaught here, with my ultimate, she was not able to do anything against it, and we're not really fearing RoV too much. We've got a lot of hit points, and we still got the shielding ability. And with the ult, with the support item, that should of course be the cleansing item if you are playing against RoV. Enemy surrenders. I don't know how this has happened. Like, the game was still pretty much open, but the enemy just decided to give it a go and have another game in a better kind of way. And this is how it ended. Nice, thanks. Short content for YouTube is always pretty much appreciated. And as you can see, 3.8 damage dealt from Errol. That's actually really, really nice. So, good MVP here. He's done. He's done his job, and yeah, let's check out how we performed. That's an 8.6, so I'm fine with that. So we are 3rd best in the team. And quick buy, you have seen the build that I've been playing. Of course, you should always adopt the support item to the stuff that the enemy team is actually going against you. So RoV was obvious. You are taking the cleansing item, and this is the result. So I think she's pretty much playable, but of course there are better heroes in the game for the support role right now. But I think she's still actually quite solid. That was the game. I hope you guys enjoyed it. So if you want to see more Arena of Valor content in English and German, join the pack. And yeah, I'm happy to see you around soon. Bye-bye.